nutrients necessary for rebuilding the mitochondria. So the next time the cell replicates, it's stronger than it was before. So we chose the PQQ because it has over 175 different clinical trials. It's one of the most effective substances in the world. It works like an antioxidant. It works to repair nerve growth factor, which has been proven in clinical trials. That's why we have so many 5-star reviews. I take this. This is the product that I take and live by because it really is an attack on our cells, and it's something that we
But you might get numb in areas that had nerve damage before.
Sometimes
a lot of folks report electricity,
some tingling, but that's actually a good thing. I mean, that just means that your feeling is actually starting to come back. And not only did we include the PQQ, but we wanted to look at what's going to enhance the effects, what's going to make this even better, stronger. Resveratrol, CoQ10. There's independent studies out there that combine PQQ and CoQ10, or resveratrol and Q10, or alpha lipoic acid.
Look into it for yourself. This is the master formula.
These are all the things, and guess what?
By the way, we've had some industry people that sell something not even as good for 3, 4 times, 5 times, and they've gotten mad about this. This is a game changer. Nobody, let me tell you, most companies mark up nutraceuticals 7 times. When we're selling it at full price, it's not even 100%. I mean, this is really making folks mad.
So this product, I mean, could really sell for $4.99, $5.99, $6.99. I mean, for the things that it does, think of how much people spend on their health care, on their insurance.
I've had marketing gurus, you know, meet me and come over to the office, famous folks, and are like, look, dude, you need to target people where you charge a lot more because they don't see it as valuable unless it has a high price tag. I just won't do it. I don't think our audience are idiots. This already has a high enough price tag.
Yeah.
The stuff in it costs a lot.
The way I look at it is just protect as many people as you can. There's a karma factor to that too. You want to do good. I mean, you want to be able to provide people with the best things out there, and you want to help people.
And you want to be fair.
You want to be fair. It's just like the money that we make actually goes right back into helping with activism.
Sure, it's not that we're ashamed of commerce and things. It's just seeing the rest of the industry. There are some other good folks out there. Seeing the rest of the industry trying to charge too much, it's wrong. And so you get up in these nutraceuticals, I feel guilty selling it for this, but it's really expensive to make.
No, this is like the top of the line ingredients in there, and we just added the fulvic acid in there. And the reason I added the fulvic acid in there is because another thing that we're dealing with the aging process is the fact that people aren't drinking enough water.
See, I totally forgot to tell you. We're going to call it DNA Force Plus. That's the next batch. It was already, this batch has had the fulvic acid added, so it really is already DNA Force Plus. Tell us what that does.
So what we want to do is we notice that, yes, we have all these free radical fighting, cellular regeneration. We have the P40 pomegranate extract, which is high in polyphenols, which helps repair the cells. We have the R-lipoic acid. We even have astragalus in there. We have enzymes in there, which all cells function with enzymes. It's the complete package.
That helps them upload it.
But what we need is we need the cells to be hydrated. And with the fulvic acid has been shown to actually pull water and to help water come into the cell.
So that passes it through the barrier.
That passes it through the barrier, and it helps with hydration.
So this is a formula to deliver the maximum amount. It's in powder form, so it's more absorbable. How many do you take a day? When do you take them?
Plus, fulvic acid actually has between 80 and 90 trace minerals in it. I personally take 3 capsules every single day. Sometimes I'll take 3 capsules twice a day. I've noticed a tremendous difference with anxiety. I try to keep myself calm with meditation. One of the things that we're seeing right now is just high levels of stress all across the country.
Pat Riley took it
with the bank runs going on in Italy right now. There's with the elections going on. I talk to people and just ask them, "Are you stressed?" And every single person I talk to is, yes, my stress level.
Well, Pat Riley, you know, I mean, he's got a degree from UT and the rest of it, and health and fitness and kinesiology, I guess what you call it. But he took it seriously for months and months to see, and even had his blood tested, and he's going to put those findings out soon. But he said that it was funny. He said he had more clarity, more focused, better workouts. He's a powerlifting guy. He has like a state record in his size for a deadlift back when he was at UT, and he said that he just has better recovery with it. That's what he noticed.
Well, everything starts at the cellular level. Everything starts at the mitochondria. It's your powerhouse of the cell. I mean, this is specifically designed to help that. It's specifically designed to help the brain. I mean, I actually printed out a bunch of reviews for you, Alex, right there.
I was about to say, yeah, that's what people notice is the clarity.
The clarity, the brain, all of these things have actually been, it's strange because as I was going through each ingredient, like the pterostilbene, the CoQ10, the fulvic acid, you can link the majority of these ingredients in clinical trials, not just for anti-aging, but for brain activity, Alzheimer's. I'm not saying this is a cure, and I'm not making any type of medical claims.
A lot of times, like Dr. Blaylock said, once your brain's already so fried down the road and is chronically inflamed.
Well, they used to think that nerve growth factor would, once you ran out of it, that was it. And that was a whole Nobel Prize scenario when they realized that you could actually stimulate
here's an example.
Nerve growth factor again.
This is a sad story, and it's another product, but it's Beyond Tangy Tangerine. The great folks at Congevi, an excellent product at InfoWarsHealth.com. His dad came back from the Alzheimer's. Literally, didn't know who he was. He'd go fishing and all this stuff. And in 6 months, he came back. He was like, almost didn't have it anymore. And then his doctor tested his blood and said, you've got a bunch of vitamin K. What are you doing? He said, oh, I'm taking this. And Ted lets me tell the story. His dad died a few years ago. Said, no, you can't have that. And within months, he was reversed back to not knowing who he was. And Ted lets me tell the story. I feel guilty even saying it, but he says, no, say it. It was like, commit suicide because the doctor said so. Because they said, oh, he never had a stroke or anything, but they said, oh, vitamin K that's in, I guess, even leafy vegetables, that'll make you have a stroke. But he needed it to live. Well, of course the brain was degenerating, and all that was a complex vitamin mineral system.
And you want to know what all the pharmaceutical medications do. All the pharmaceutical medications out there attack the mitochondria.
Statins admittedly eat your brain.
As a matter of fact, I even brought some...
I can tell you how many people I know who've been on statins 2 or 3 years and act like lunatics now.
Statins, because, listen, statins block the production of cholesterol in the liver. Your body actually needs cholesterol. You need the high cholesterol, the HDL.
And you said that 20 years ago.
You said that to function.
You said that 20 years ago. Now they admit fatty diets are good for you.
Look at this. High cholesterol drugs, 94.1 million prescriptions right now in the United States. 131.2 million prescriptions of pain pills. Blood pressure medication, 57.2 million prescriptions. Antacids, 53.4 million prescriptions. That just goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, that all of these chemicals and toxins that are coming in and attacking your cells, this is not the solution. The pain pills and the cholesterol and the blood pressure and the antacids and the thyroid medications, by the way, are up to 80 million prescriptions.
They're killing us. It's so obvious. They're killing us. They've set up the chemicals in the food and the environment on record. They write textbooks bragging about it, Ecoscience and others. They're murdering us and then won't even tell people what the Japanese are taking. I mean, basically, this is what the Japanese
pharmaceutical companies making $7.2 billion a year.
Why are the Japanese so much smarter than us on average?
I have no idea. Maybe just because, I don't know. Maybe it's the iodine in the seaweed over there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
they're the longest lived. I'm not saying they're perfect, but I mean, they discover something that makes your cells live longer and they start taking it. As a nation, I was reading almost all Japanese take bio-CoQ10, bio-PQQ and stuff every day.
That's right. They actually are very health conscious over there in Japan and some of the other nations as well. Unfortunately, a lot of the American things are being translated over to India and China and everything. But if you look at the history
they do drink like fish.
Natural medicine, I mean, they also eat a lot of fish too. And now, I mean, you know all the research that's been coming out on omega-3s, the fatty acids. Most Americans are deficient. The fish that you're eating, it contains high levels of mercury and toxins and glyphosate residue and pesticide residue, and there's gender bender qualities to the fish. So, I mean, the sad thing is that not only are we suffering, but the earth is suffering at the same time. But the good news is I do all the research, you do all the research. I love the fact that the clientele and the info warriors out there actually do the research too, and they don't just.
By the way, let me throw this out. I keep forgetting. I want to put it in a folder because I only saw one photo that I showed them in the ad they're running. I guess I can get my cell phone and show folks again because I mean I'm a mesomorph, folks. So I mean I have big bones, big muscles without even really working out. I mean, I was swimming up to 2 miles a day just 4 or 5 years ago and not losing weight. I lost like 15, 20 pounds. But what finally did it all was starting to actually take vitamins and minerals and all the key nutraceuticals. And the more I religiously take them, which I forget all the time still, but I'm much better than I used to be, the more I'm healthy, the weight pours off. I mean, if you see me with my shirt off, folks, standing up, I barely have that much fat. You can barely pinch it. I mean, it's incredible. And just slowly it's all coming off. And I'm, quite frankly, not even working out as much as I used to. This is crazy. If I went and swam 2 miles in an open water swim in Lake Travis now, I would lose 5 pounds then. Well, the weird thing is I've kind of gotten lazier now that I just take nutraceuticals. I mean, iodine, brain force, super male vitality. They have changed my lives. And the globalists are all obsessed with high-quality nutraceuticals. They're obsessed with non-GMO and filtering their water. But they, again, because they're attacking the public. We're just telling you what they're doing. And seriously, folks, if you don't even get our products, there's other good ones out there. Protect yourselves, because this is a major, major, major game changer. In fact, I'm going to find my cell phone and show people these photos.
No, when you showed those photos to me the last time, I was
only
like,
I can is over my phone.
I was amazed. I was like, way to go, because I remember a few years ago when you asked me, you know, what can we do? There's a lot of people that are out there suffering from obesity, and even people out there that are exercising, and people that are out there that are trying to lose weight. And we know now that the MSG and the aspartame and the aluminum and all these toxins are causing inflammation in the body. And that's another thing that's really, really big right now, is the fact that they're linking, and I've been saying this for years, is that mental illness, and if you look at the psychiatry industry scam when they all started the DSM years and years ago and made up all these mental disorders, they actually knew from doing research on monkeys and everything else that the introduction of fluoride and chlorine and bromine that would shut the thyroid down and all the chemicals would actually initiate depression, initiate a lot of the mental disorders that we're dealing with today. And
Absolutely.
I know people that suffer from PTSD and other things that when they eat gluten, all of a sudden they have an attack. And I've been saying, listen, guys, I'm not saying these mental conditions don't exist. They do. What I'm saying is all disease and mental illnesses have a direct correlation with what you're putting in your body.
Well, sure. If you don't get good vitamin C, natural, even most of this vitamin C you find and stuff is like synthetic. It'll say cereal, fortified vitamin C. And then you look, it's the synthetic type. You don't even absorb. And I know I did the research, folks. You really don't absorb all the synthetic crap. But I can't seem to get these in an ad. I've got one ad in one of these. So I'm going to show TV viewers and radio listeners. I'm going to have these posted, actually. Yeah, there it is, now and after. And, folks, I'm not even sucking my gut in there. Good job, crew. I'm not bitching. I just want to get these photos out. Here, let me show folks some of these photos. Okay, now this is in the hotel room. And my kids are running around, screwing around on my phone. I said, hey, take some pictures of me. I just finally thought, hey, take some pictures of me. And this is 2 weeks ago, okay? I didn't work out for that week, so I gained about 3 pounds back. But this is what I look like. There's a shot where I actually sucked my stomach in. I'll tell you which one of those are. But, I mean, these are the real photos, folks. This is. I mean, and by the way, that chest muscle, that's all pure muscle, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what's going on. I'm just, trying different, light and stuff there and get you different shots. And yes, my head really is that big. It's freakish. So I am like a bulldog.
That's because all the blood flow up there all the time.
I do have like the biggest sus cranium they've got. Anyways, there's all these silly photos we took. So this is all unprofessional. That one a little bit too. Anyways, the point is that it wasn't risque.
You should be proud of yourself. You should really be proud of yourself.
Well, I mean, I have lost.
You don't just sell supplements. You actually believe in them and you take them.
No, listen, supplements, look. Supplements are always in talk radio because they're good and a lot of people know they're great and it's a big part of our market. I've always had supplement sponsors, and I've had some great ones. It's just that actually researching what you put out, other stuff, doing my own research, my dad being into this stuff, I actually then found all of this amazing things we could do with you and others, and then actually started really taking it myself religiously, and it's changed my life.
That's the whole point of it. I mean, think about how
I was sitting here when you first came on, and I went like, oh my gosh, I ran out of DNA Force at the house like a week ago because my kids and all of us take it. I've forgotten to take it. So I started taking it, remembering. It's just, it's like 10 pills a day I got to take, folks. And one of them is DNA Force. InfoWarsLife.com, 25% off while supplies last. And the profit we make, we fight the globals. We fight the New World Order. Please support our local M&F affiliates as well. Become a sponsor of them. Support their local sponsors. Give them a donation as well. It is key to support our local affiliates. We're going to come back with more of this news, then shift gears into the big geopolitical views coming up with George Humphrey. We've got this Pokemon Go that's one of the #1 memes on the internet. So is Brexit still, which shows people are waking up. Dr. Group wants to talk about that. He's with us 5 minutes the next hour. Then George Humphrey's going to be joining me in studio. We're going to cover the whole waterfront of news and what makes the globalists tick. What's at the bottom of the spider hole where we find the New World Order nesting. But since you mentioned this, and I don't normally just go crazy about a product, we have a group here to cover news, and but I'm doing it because I really was thinking about